Hello Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be a closure reading for 2022 in Tarot Solar Sun Studio and last verse for the year. Thank you so much for tuning in. So these are general readings, of course. You can watch it for your sun, moon, rising, or any astrological association that you think is working for you, because they are general readings. It's not going to resonate with everyone. So Hermit is trying to jump from one table to another. Aquarius, I'm going to use a new vision tarot. So I want to see with what type of vision are you entering to New Year, and let's see the closure energies for you for the 2022. Of course, this is like the last week's last week's or last 2 months for 2022, we can say. Wow, Queen of Swords, Five of Swords. Scorpio also got this air energy in the beginning in the reading. We have a Seven of Cups here. Okay, and the next message is the Nine of Cups. And the Tower. Wow. Just wow. Okay, I'm by the way, I'm doing a full reading with these cards for the first time. I think I have used them complimentary before to readings, but first time I'm doing a new reading with them. And I wanted to use the new vision tarot because I wanted to see what different perspectives signs have gained till the beginning of 2022, because there must have been some changes in our way of seeing and evaluating the situations, people, circumstances, and we are entering the year with that evaluated vision. We are definitely not the same people that we were in the beginning of 2022, right? Okay, so clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift your mind to God's. Such freedom. Here is the Ganesh. Now, the clearing energy, I think this is the Tower. And Seven of Cups and Nine of Cups, what needs to be cleared. Here there is something that you have actually tasted. You have seen in what way it has given you pleasure. What is its taste? How it sounds? How it feels? How it seems? Something you have also experience with your senses, 5 senses, and even the 6th sense. You know now this thing, what it feels like to get near to it. Even the idea of it, like you are so close to something, and like you have maybe achieved or attained it after a big struggle, but now it's like you have witnessed this. Now it's like knowing you cannot stay with it like forever. It's like some type of ground under your feet. It's like, you know, let's say there is this beautiful world's palace. You enter this palace, and you have just 2 hours there. You have experienced like these beautiful places, let's say all its architecture. You know, you were happy to be there to see it, and also maybe stayed with some you have thought about how it felt, how it would feel to live there. You know, you are temporary at a place here, and you know that you are temporary, so you have sensed as much as you can, and it's like now you know that you got to go out from that place now. It's like if you don't, it's gonna collapse, like there is some kind of a earthquake. It's like you were these little children, like running from room to room of that beautiful palace, that place, or that beautiful home. Now this clearing energy is happening for you in such a way that it has actually let you to experience some part of it. And then you were thinking here, like, but at what cost, you know? Here, Queen of Swords and Five of Swords telling me there has been some type of a battle-like situation happens, and you were even like caught off guard towards something. This off guard, to be off guard, but you were lucky enough like to survive from it. And you were, so many ways you were very lucky. So many ways you were lucky. But you were lucky, you were given some blessings, but now it's like, okay, Aquarius, you have experienced this. It's like the universe providing you what you wanted at that moment, but there is this more to it. So it says your shift from mind. Your shift from mind. What is Tower? It's the God's will, right? And Tower is something we do not have control over. And this is the freedom and liberation. So, what encapsulates you in the beginning and giving you pleasure, then maybe becomes something which is really setting the way for freedom. What has given you pleasure in the beginning, now you are freeing yourself. We have also the retreat energy here. It's timely departure, it says. Letting go energy, withdrawal energy, re-evaluation energy. It's just a small retirement before 2023 begins. Don't hesitate to walk away. Something before 2023 is definitely closing off for you. It's not for you. Now let's explore these energies one by one. We have time. So I was concentrated on one-on-one tarot readings with Aquarians, but I'm going to deliver these readings to the channel for those who would like to benefit them. It's very much similar cards for signs, and I am very actually not surprised, but the energies are very exact. This closure energy for the year is like, first we need to empty our hand to receive something, and what we will receive will be like divine's will, God's will, universe will, what you call it, what you are into, believe it. We have had enough of something here, and you know, I feel here Queen of Swords and the Clover. There is some type of idea here, or a person that you were very much fortunate enough to encounter, and maybe they have given you the magic idea or advice. It was a very fortunate encounter to come across with this person, but they have they have also warned you about something, like saying, if you are stepping into this, look, this is going to be, this can put you into also a very vulnerable position, Aquarius. It may put you into some kind of a conflict, struggle, like a battlefield energy with a person. It's like there is this, you want the rose, but there are the thorns. So so that thorns has actually showed up, and you are like listening actually what they say, and you take the risk of the thorns as well. You feel very determined, because in the end you have like encountered with someone very determined. They are actually like telling you a way how you can remove the barriers for something and reach out. This person, maybe someone has been a difficult approach person for you, but this person has really stood in their position. It's like the reminder, the energy in the beginning is like the reminder that the beautiful things have thorns. The beautiful things have thorns. And you say, I'm ready. So this is actually make you bleed. This is actually make you bleed your encounter with the beautiful. And you didn't feel like inhibited about going after something you want. Like you are thinking here, like there must be like more to this. But then it's like you are seeing your limits, like where to stop. It's like also having this connection or relationship or with a person, like you go to until a level where the connection needs to change gears, otherwise it's gonna fall away. So there needs to be some type of a next step, or at least a new dynamic needs to be introduced. At least this is the wish. And at that part you actually together consume everything, and you touch the beautiful thing, you bleed with the thorns. This gives you life force. You have all its excess, like that palace I was saying. But then that happens the loss, then that happens the, oh, it's like where it is all going here. There is an energy here. If you don't leave the palace earlier, like Cinderella, yes, like Cinderella, it's like all those beautiful gears will be turned into like mouses and pumpkin, you know. So something in that nature. But will you gonna see this this tower energy? It is, I think, in your initiative. But of course, this may also start some kind of a great recovery for you. So something that you think you have lost or you are losing, it may later be start a great recovery for you. Of course, the tower's energy is, you know, tower energy is, it happens. We don't, you know, we don't suffer from tower like continually. It happens for us to grow. and its lighting, its energy, its impact definitely feels the sky, our mind. So it is very actually illuminating. Here we are understanding what we cannot have. Okay. So what can and can't solidify for us? Here we are, I think, at a place where we cannot stay so much. I mean, it's gonna be retreat time. It's like you are very much, so Saturn is in your sign, right? Transiting. So Saturn in the end will tell you and teach you your limits, Aquarius, right? And well, sometimes the Tower energy definitely challenges the foundation of our lives, but if those foundations are really in strong foundations, it tests that, because Seven of Cups, are we building the castles in the air, or do we build them on the solid ground, right? So this Tower card actually sometimes is said like God's breaking down the work of man. It's like the Babel Tower, right? So here, I think the energy here is corresponding with this here, with the clearing energy of the Ganesh's freedom energy. I feel, and then we have this retreat, like migration of the birds. So just letting you know then, is there anything, Aquarius, before 2023? Is there anything that you need to look at its precautions? Because if something builds on the sand, or if the foundation of a particular thing in your life hasn't been properly implanted, of course, it's obvious that that thing can fall apart later, right? So if we don't do anything about it, so here then there is this phenomenon, this energy. We need to make sure that the foundations are really carrying us. But sometimes also there is this limited time at a place. So something may also have a limited time. So there is a great lesson. I think this is also some Saturn effect in your life. I also feel there is some type of a freedom to choose energy coming to you. Freedom to choose energy. You will have some choices from here. Also, some incredible effects can be activated in your life. And this may also want to communicate something. Like we have a Queen of Swords energy here, and this is also air, Five of Swords. These are, of course, in the foundation is communication. But is there something becoming like heavy on your chest? So are we gonna then also thinking to acknowledge something to a person there? And it's like the mouth. And it's like the incredible effects when the mouth is also activated. But knowing that this may also cause some detriment, but however, it can also what we're gonna communicate there can also bring some loss. So yeah, we got to be prepared, and we don't want to suppress our anger, but we need to know at some point how to retreat. This is a timely departure, so eventually we need to know when to retreat. Five of Swords energy, it's about not knowing when to retreat, but the conflict needs to happen. Here, clover, the rose, the lilies, and the ring. We think something is building up for us. It feels very committed, very rich, very happy, but then here there can be some disappointment. Where are we building our foundations? This is very important to see. At this moment then, why don't we get, okay, let's get, we have the card of the empathy. This is the power of love. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. So here we are in some kind of a one-on-one relationship. Five of Swords knows no empathy. At some point, there can be a, this, we have to put ourselves in the shoes of the other person. Again, same goes for them as well. And Tower may also make you to understand like the very powerful emotions of a person. So this, and as you grasp their meaning, it's also about knowing when to, at some point you may not have something to say for what has been lived. So you may also want to give some space at that moment, because we have the retreat card there for also some, re-evaluation. Well, this is, to me, it feels like some maneuvers you need to make in this, and it's not going to be an easy one. There is like a back and forth between you and the person. And this is also about seasons are changing, the year is changing, the months are progressing. Okay, we are not the migration birds for sure, but we intuitively know, and we also, of course, live it. But it's like the season of our lives, and the energy may also have some seasons. We know that these seasons change, the scenery change. So sometimes the retreat energy after a great turmoil can be very imminent. So here, this is a point. I think the message is, and also the empathy and the retreat and the clearing. Okay, so here is the very major part of your reading. The whole reading is actually telling us how you need to build an understanding. This is about, or how that understanding is built in you. There is some kind of a departure here, like taking yourself back, because otherwise it may invite danger to a situation. It's like the migratory movements of your life. It's like a time of transition for you. Actually, departure in general, or retreat, is actually a sign of intelligence. When life, it's actually a response to sometimes insurmountable odds or some very difficult energy. Because I'm happy we humans have this deep intuitive energy that it is sometimes very unwise to remain in a situation longer than it needs, right? Or in a relationship. So this is what you need to pay attention here. Something also says from the beginning, I think, I am coming. But you go for the rose, for the thorns, you accept it, but then it becomes to hurt here. Okay? So here you need to draw the restorative energies before 2023 begins for you. So once you know the time that the retreat is arrived for you, it's gonna be clearing, and at this moment, please do not hesitate to spread your wings like the migration birds, and by also taking the wind at your back, you got to move towards the new. Okay, so this is the main idea in the channel. Main idea of Tarot Solar Sun Studio is this. Okay, so it's the main of this particular channeling. Okay, this is the main idea, because it's a good reading, because it shows you where to stop and when to move, when to stop, you know. Actually here there is some type of a limit, you exit that first, but you have Saturn in your sign, so you will be always given that, you know, cautiousness. Saturn will always make you to commit to what it has been trying to teaching you when transiting all in your Aquarius, of course, planet star. So basically the freedom, retreat, empathy. This empathy will grow maybe like later. This may even, the empathy may grow also later. So it may not, for the empathy to grow, there needs to be retreat. To make the retreat, you need some area, some clearing first. So this is how it grows, I feel. I think this is a very, it's a very clear reading with the cards. So I'm very glad that I can bring these messages for those who may need it. Aquarius friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I can bring new readings also for January, but not sure yet. However, you can of course check me and visit me in my daily live streams, in which I answer your personal question. So if you have a personal question, you can definitely come and visit me in the daily live stream. I answer them, but before that, please check the description box below to see how live streams and asking questions work. So definitely first read the description box and please get informed. Nowadays I'm more concentrated on one-on-one interaction with my Aquarians, but I'm very happy to bring these readings as well. I can also again bring for January some maybe different thematics. I am excited for every piece of it. In the end, we are all taking each other to home. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Take good care. Bye for now.